Hello students, myself Komati. Today we discuss about the topic is diagrammatic representation. Last topic is the collections of data, and after the collecting we discuss how to classify it and how to tabulate it. After the tabulation we have to apply the statistical tool. The one of the first statistical tool is diagrammatic representation. What is meant by diagram? A diagram is a visual form of presentation of statistical data, highlighting the basic facts and the relationship. If we draw a diagram on the basis of data collected, they will easily be understood and appreciated by all because it easily understandable and it is readily intelligible and save the amount of time and energy. An ordinary person understands pictures and diagrams more easily than the figures. Types of diagrams. In practice, a very large variety of diagrams are in use and new ones are constantly being added. For the sake of convenience and simplicity, they may be divided under the following heads. The first one is one-dimensional diagram or bar diagram. Second one is two-dimensional diagram or area diagram. Third one is three-dimensional diagram or volume diagram. And last one is pictograms and cartograms. First one is one-dimensional or bar diagram. In such diagrams, only one dimensional measurement has been followed. That is, height is used and the width is not considered. These diagrams are in the form of bar. The term bar means a thick wide line. This rectangular bars standing on a common base. The length of the bars is proportional to the magnitude of the variable. The bars may be either vertical or horizontal. The bars diagram is classified in the following types. These are simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, subdivided bar diagram, percentage bar diagram, and deviation bar diagram. We will discuss one by one. Simple bar diagram. It represents the magnitude of a single variable. It can be on either horizontal or vertical base, but the bars on horizontal base more common. Bars must be uniform width and intervening space between bars must be equal. While constructing a simple bar diagram, the scale is determined on the basis of highest values in the series. All bar diagrams representing only the individual data. Individual means you have to apply the diagrammatic representation. It's a discrete and continuous mean we have to apply the graphical representation. We'll discuss some example. Draw a bar diagram for the following data. We give only the one values. Copper, iron, aluminum and production is 75, 200, 150. It's a simple bar diagram. Easily we can draw. Copper 75, iron 200 and aluminum 150. This is a simple bar diagram. In a simple bar diagram, there is the same distance between the bars and bars have the same magnitude. Multiple bar diagram. It is used to compare two or more sets of statistical data. In a multiple bar diagram, two or more bars constructed side by side to represent the set of values for comparison. In order to distinguish the bars, different color, shades, etc. may be used and a key index to this effect to given to understand the different bars. Example is given. Draw a multiple bar diagram. The year is 2001, 2, 3. But the statistical data is 3 more than 1. Rice, wheat, corn. Only rice is there. We can apply the simple bar diagram. Rice and wheat, corn. 3 statistical data is there. So we have to apply the multiple bar diagram. It's the simplest one. The x-axis represents the year and y-axis represents the frequencies. So 2001 we have rice separate bar, wheat separate bar, and con separate bar, but it's a side by side bars. And 2002, 2003, we can segregate the different colors for easy way of understanding. It is very useful for the comparison the data. Subdivided bar diagram. In a subdivided bar diagram, the bar is subdivided into various parts in proportion to the values given in the data, and the whole bar represents the total. Such diagram is called components bar diagram or subdivided bar diagram. The subdivisions are distinguished by different colors and dotting and crossing. We see an example. Draw a subdivided bar diagram. The year, rice, wheat, corn, and the year is 2001, 2, 3. The components are rice, wheat, corn. You have to draw a subdivided bar diagram. First, you have to find the total of 2001, whole components total. Rice plus wheat plus corn total is 224, and 2002 whole total is 236, and 2003 whole total is 254. So, first you have to find the overall total year wise. Then you have to draw x-axis represent year and y-axis represent the values. Just draw a bar diagram. First 2001, you have to first draw a whole bar diagram. The total is 224. Just whole bar is 224, and second bar represent total is 236. Yes, you have to draw the whole bar, and third bar represent 254. Then you have to subdivide it. First rice it is 2001 in rice is 87, 0 to 87, 2001. Just you have to segregate. And next one 65, you have to add cumulative using adding 87 plus 65, 154. Just you have to 174, and again plus 72 to balance is 72. You have to the same way you have to draw 2002, 2003. This is a multiple bar diagram. Sorry, not multiple bar diagram, it is a subdivided bar diagram. Percentage bar diagram. It is another form of component bar diagram. In this type, each bar is kept equal to 100 because the percentage bar diagram. Each data we convert into percentage, and the components are divided into these equal parts. Example, draw a percentage bar diagram. Expenditure, company A, company B, wages, material. The components are wages, material, taxation, profit, administration, and then company A values 250, 220, 360, 130, 40. Company B values 300, 270, 250, 150, 30. First we have to find the total. The company A total is 1000, company B total is 1000. Then we convert into percentage because it is a percentage bar diagram. This is another form of component bar diagram, but it converts into percentage. First conversion, the total is company A total is 1000. So find easily 250 divided by 1000 into 100 equal to 25 percentage. In the same process, we have to find other ones. 22 percentage, 36 percentage, 13 percentage, and 4 percentage. Total percentage definitely 100. And company B, same one, 300 divided by 1000 is total of company B into 100 because a percentage conversion. 30 percentage, 27 percentage, 25%, 15%, and 3 percentage, and total is 100 percentage. In the same manner, x-axis represent the expenditure company A and company B, y-axis represent the values company A and company B's values. So first you have to draw the whole bar. The whole bar total is 100. So draw a whole bar is 100. Company B total is also 100. Then you have to subdivide it. First one is just 25 percentage. Second one 25 plus 22 means 47. The second one represent the material is up to 47, and 47 plus 36 and plus 13 plus 4 is 100. The whole bar we have to subdivide the components into 100. In the same way, the company B total whole bar is 100 because the percentage bar diagram, the total is definitely it's 100 percentage. The first one is 30, and 30 plus 27, 57. Marked on material is 57, and taxation 57 plus 25, plus 15. The last one is administration 3%. This is the percentage bar diagram. Deviation bar diagram. These are popularly used for representing net quantities such as net profit, net loss, excess or defect, net export and import. These bars can have both the positive and negative values representing. It is the best example is share market. It represents the positive and downwards, upward and downwards values. Two-dimensional diagram. In one-dimensional diagram, we take only length into the account. In two-dimensional diagram, the area of the diagram represents the data, the length and breadth is considered. Example, rectangles, squares and circles come under this category. The area diagram is more difficult to read than the construct because it's difficult to judge the areas and the relative magnitude with the precision. The most important method in the two-dimensional diagram is pie diagram. So another name is circular diagram. A pie diagram is a pictorial representation of a statistical data with several subdivisions into a circular form. Various component values are converted into degree by taking 360 degree as whole because the circular degree is angle of the circle is 360. The circle is drawn with the convenient radius and different sectors are drawn with angles at the center to represent the different components. I explain pie diagram with the example. The components are various components are the expenditure, company A, company B. In the expenditure, various components, wages, materials, taxation, profit, administration, and that values, company A values and company B values. You have to draw a pie diagram. For the company A, draw a separate pie diagram. For the company B, you have to draw a separate pie diagram. First, pie diagram means you have to convert into 360 degree because pi means circular. The circle angle is 360. So we are convert into degrees. First, you have to find the total of company A and company B. So add the 250, 220, 360, 130, 40. The total is 1000. The same manner, the company B total is 1000. Now we convert into degrees. Therefore, same expenditure, wages, material, profit, administration. So find one by one degree conversion. First value is 250 and the total is 1000. So 250 divided by 1000 into we convert into degrees. So 360. The first degree is 90 degree, materials degree 79, taxation 130, profit 47, administration 40. The overall total is 360 degree because the circle and overall angle is 360. In the same manner, we have to calculate for the company B. Company B total is 1000. So 300 divided by 1000 into 360 degree. Circular means it convert into degrees. So overall circular degree is 360. The first one is 108 degree, second one 97 degree, 90 degree, 54 degree and 11. You have to add all this, you get the 360 degree. First step is to draw a circle of appropriate size with a compass. The size of the radius depends upon the available space and the other factor of presentation. It's not a compulsory radius. The second step is to measure points on the circle and representing the size of each sector with the help of a protractor. Dimensional diagram or volume diagram. The square, circle, rectangle, etc. may fail to represent the data. In such cases, three-dimensional diagrams are drawn. They are called so because we include height, width, and length are taken into the account. These are known as volume diagram. Example, cubes, cylinders, spheres. These are all the examples of the volume diagram. These diagrams are not recommended for a statistical presentation as they are difficult to read and compare. Volume diagram or use only such cases the difference between the smallest and the largest values to the represented is very large. The last one is pictogram and cartogram. First, pictogram. Pictogram is a device of representing a statistical data in pictures. These are very useful in attracting the eye attention. They are easily understand. For the purpose of propaganda, the pictorial presentation of fact are quite popular and find place in exhibition. They are extensively used by government organizations as well as by the private institutions. In cartograms, statistical facts are represented through maps accompanied by various types of diagrammatic representation. It presents the numerical fact in a pictorial form, in a geographical or spectral distribution. Cartograms are simple and easy to understand. They are generally used when the regional or geographical comparison are to be made. Just recall the full session. What is diagram? A diagram is a visual form of presentation of your statistical data. Diagram has various types: one-dimensional or bar diagram, two-dimensional or area diagram, three-dimensional or volume diagram, and last one is pictogram and cartograms. Thank you.